me sing. Um, got to be a winner for Jah. Can't afford to be a loser. And then
Big tune.
yes, and then the rise I up this morning, thanks to see the rising sun. Yes,
Yeah, man.
it's so easy.
To give thanks and praise to Jah
Yes, sir.
every day. And them kind of tune never grew up on the song. You know,
Yes,
say,
sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir. So I wanted to do an album with Bobby at the time, but he told me he was busy.
Yeah.
He was working on Black Woman and Child with Sizzla Kalonji.
Yes.
The bad album that was Sizzla do.
Yeah.
So this is when I go check. I mean, Green Sleeve keep on knocking the door
Yeah.
on to the next album.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'd gotten a fair share of the first album, I would have just went into the studio with some cash and just produce an album and go back to Green Sleeve with it, with
Yeah.
some good musicians and stuff.
Yeah.
But me never have the ability to do it, you know?
Yes.
So when I went to King Jammy's, I told him that Green Sleeve wanted the album,
Yes.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
We started doing an album, even though I never gotten my fair share when the deal came down to like advance.
Yeah.
So I just tell myself, say, yo, we work, bookings and so on, doing shows and dub plates and things, we can see back a return and then with
Yeah.
publishing and the little returns from sales, which we not see because
Yes.
these guys don't tend to give us our statements and
Mm-hmm.
our little returns. Them always claim so we owe them on the record now sell.
Yeah.
Yet still everyone know it and everyone have it a play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
So
course. Yes.
when we got so boom and we start the total commitment, when the album finished, this is when I told him that I ain't putting this album out without a manager.
Mm-hmm.
So at the time now, cause you know, Firehouse, Waterhouse is the home of Black Uhuru.
Yes.
So at the time, Ducky Simpson was there, hearing me complaining, yo, this ain't going out without a manager.
Yeah.
So that's when Ducky say, yo, my wife managing now. We I say. And I say, we I say, Ducky.
Yeah.
I mean, man. So Jammy's bring me up there to
Yeah.
Ducky's wife.
Yeah.
And that is when we start. My thing really feel like it have some gravity, really
Yeah.
and truly.
Good
And
representation.
yes, and one I think is that a lot of people always say that artists don't give managers enough space to work. So I would want to be one of them artists who give my manager space to work. So that was one of the things that I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And see her as a mother figure, so me give her all of the space to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
While she was really taking from the cookie jar. And
Yeah. So
she
that's
was
what I was.
managing me in the best interest of
Mhm.
herself. You know what I
Yeah.
say? At the
It
end of the
is.
day.
It is sometimes, unfortunately, um, the managers quite often is damages. You probably wouldn't know this, but I'm actually a reggae artist who've been traveling all over Europe performing all the time. And I've missed out on proper record deals because of managers and greed before. Like one guy in particular had 3 different record labels wanted to sign me, but he was insisting on the £100,000 deal, which means that
Yeah.
until time passed by and I end up missing out on all 3 because
Yeah.
one man. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
So so
Mm-mm.
so that's why I
Yeah,
totally
because
understand that.
guess what happened? See,
Yeah.
we did total commitment, right?
Yes.
And when we do total commitment,
Mm-hmm.
we started touring the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So total commitment of stuff like worries and problems. Tracks like Bonafire Pan and We Got.
Babylon and them freaked out, could I never
Right.
get tied down. That's a big tune.
Yeah, my
Never that.
apologies if my apologies if the vocals are not up to the top tier right now, you know. I've
Yeah.
been working hard from the other day. But
Yeah.
all of them it tracks there, you know. And then we start, I mean, Total Commitment was a big bang in the Caribbean. Never
Yeah.
hit in Jamaica.
Yeah.
but it hit the Caribbean and it hit Europe and England like crazy. That
Yeah.
title track,
Yeah.
Total Commitment, it was crazy. I mean, if I should check all of my title tracks for my albums
Mm-hmm.
are bad title tracks because you know Naya Man chant.
Yeah, man.
It's I am named after my title track, so you know say it have to be bad. Naya Man
Yeah.
Bushman. See the Naya Man, the Bingy Man, a chant chant. So you
Yeah,
know, crazy. Yeah.
man.
So Total Commitment, the title track was like a crazy love song, yo.
Mm-hmm.
When we reach when we, you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
myself and Morgan's Heritage, I remember we were the two reggae acts where tour the Caribbean. It
Yes.
was like Bushman, Morgan's Heritage, Bushman, Morgan's Heritage,
Yeah.
Bushman, Morgan's Heritage. I remember the first place I flew internationally was Canada.
Yeah.
A virgin called Highly Dread calling me the Kings of Kings.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we Jammys wanted a second album, but we wanted to do it better this trip. We wanted a better contract, and we want some music video in the album this trip.
Yes.
So myself and management start out a contract where would are really favorable of us having some videos to complement tune them and stuff.
Yes.
While we have that agreement and tour Europe and coming back, she insisted on me doing an album for Stingray.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, mama, cause mama in them time there, mama me call her and I was like,
Yeah.
yo, mama, remember so we have Jammy's album for doing
Mm-hmm.
an album that's supposed we even in a Jammy's contract, we agreed no other album supposed to be released before
That one is finished.
Jammy's
We're doing
album.
the other one.
Right, right. She said, yo, you know, Jammy still, we have to have ammunition in hands, you know, supposing that things grow sour or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know why
Yeah.
things would have grow sour.
Yeah.
So, I come to England, come do an album.
Yeah.
In a 2 week, 14 days, me take and do that album.
Yeah.
I went back to Jamaica. I told them, yo, the album, you know, there are some flats in my ear and some notes some I want to fix up. So we
Yeah.
need to come up back and do it. See me,
Mm-hmm.
and we agreed. So I agreed to go down now, go start Jammy's album and come up back and come finish Stingray album when Jammy's a mixed film album for put out now.
Yeah.
While me in the process of doing Jammy's album, I
Yeah.
get a call from Jammy's one day saying that Bushman, we don't have an agreement, so nothing to go out before my thing.
Yeah.
I say, yes, King. They know artists only a release album with you. I say, we are say King.
Mm.
Man say, yeah. Artists only a release album with your name a better place.
Mm-mm.
When me a search my manager, she not dep on the island. She
Mm.
there in England.
Yeah, England are on the show. Behind the back.
I run the show. Take all 4,000 US from artists only as promotion, as promotion money when me no know where that spend. Because I don't
Mm.
spend on my career on me. You see what I say?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Jammins put out an injunction on a better place, which was released with 13 tracks because I wanted a better place to
Yeah.
be 13 tracks.
Yeah.
Because for me, there are 13 months of the year,
Yeah.
13 moon change. So I'm
Yeah.
always like 13 tracks. Right now, I have a B13 Nissan Sunny. I love it so much.
Same,
Yeah.
same.
So one time I go down at Jammies and Jammies are show me what I go on. I said to Jammies, Jammies, you know, I don't have an idea. I said, I'm going to put out this album. Yeah, we did this album, but because management and everybody know that we have this contract where said
Yeah.
no album not for release before years, I thought everything was under control.
Yeah.
I also point my manager in offering V Green Sleeves
Mm-hmm.
the deal with the album, knowing that Jammy's album is gonna go to Green Sleeves too. So Green
Yes.
Sleeve would have the option which album he want to release first and
Yes.
which one second.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And then Stingray still would get them advance to them album same way,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You see how we can do business properly, don't?
Of course, of course.
That never happened. That never happened. Yeah?
Mm.
That never happened.
So it seems
Even
like
toe to toe.
somebody
Even
was
toe to
just
toe,
looking.
brother.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. This lady was just managing me in the best interest of herself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was only thinking of her own best interest and
Right.
exploiting you, you know?
So anyway, me I try to say to Jamis, said, Jamis, all right, make the album go on and like how them done it. So that's what I buy her more time for do our project even much more better.
Yeah.
Jamis said, no, Bushman, we agree.
Yes.
And Jamis put out an injunction. Artists want to try re-release the album after Higher Ground was released, but it never worked with 15 tracks on it. It never worked. Higher Ground was so bad and getting so much attention, knowing that A Better Place was, Higher Ground was getting, so it never worked. But there are crazy songs from a Better Place, you know. But when Yada Way Home was such a big tune, even in California, artists when there was a Californian-based distributing company. But Yada Way Home was an Higher Ground album.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was so big in Cali, it was so big in Europe. One nation can be doing the work while another gaining the glory. Yada Way Home. That song was so crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
You know? So it never happened. You know? I went and I toured Higher Ground album. When coming back, I mean, Jetstar wanted to do toe to toe with me and Luciana.
Yeah.
What do you think happened?
Yeah.
Instead of my manager, make we take some money from Jetstar and sing 8 fresh songs.
Yeah.
We did like 3 songs for Jetstar with some little stupid advance.
Yeah.
And when me give her fair 20% in England and come down and she change the check, she want 20% more out of check. I mean, I say, are you crazy? I give you 20% of $1,500. Let me talk it, a $1,500 advance. And I dunk on her, I say, why you make Jetstar do that? And you know, I told to him and put out. Why you don't make Jetstar give you £15,000 to sing 8 songs for him? Or £20,000.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. And she come down, and because I put out an injunction, she me not even remember what she do with one letter and send to Jetstar. She do whole heap of shit, brethren. Whole heap of shit. So this is when me start look for her through the third eye.
Yeah.
You dig?
Yeah, man. Right.
So it was like 2002 now when we went to this thing called Oktoberfest in Nassau, Bahamas.
Yeah.
And I was told I was working for $5,000 US. And when I got there, I was working for $8,000 US.
Oh. So she would have take 3 and then still want 20%.
20% of 5,000 is $1,000 plus the extra 3 there. Plus $25 out of everybody per diem per day. Because she tell we say we are get $25 for per diem and we are get $50 a day for per diem. That's how devastated and destructive
that's wicked,
this
man.
person are dealing with me.
That's pure greed. That's pure greed.
Greed, brother.
Pure
and
greed.
by that time when me say no, your service not needed, me get catch with a firearm. Cause I mean, we got Canada and the thing went sour.
Yeah.
After me start manage myself, cause
me
I groom my wife, but me I tell her I say friend don't mix with business. But because this virgin was my friend, she persuaded me to not getting a proper advance and go up there, and it was a no show. And when me come down back, people are threatening me to come shoot up my place so me get pay and don't perform. And because I see gun kill Bob Marley and in Peter Tosh and gunshot Bob Marley and Dirts man and Panhead and them people, me just couldn't take no check.
Yeah, for true.
You
So
know what I mean?
how did they catch you? Were you traveling with it when they find you in it, or
May I travel with it, but dig this history. Mikey Spice was managed by that person, you know, and get catch with a gun in a Bushman. A wagwan.
Yeah.
Same
So
person who managed Mikey Spice him get catch with a gun and you see?
so did they know? Did that person know that you got it and could actually set you up or no?
You wouldn't know if you know, you know.
Okay.
How why though? But that kind of chaotic and coincidental.
Yeah, it is. It is a
Yeah.
massive coincidence for true.
Yeah.
Did you spend any time when you get caught with it?
11 days. Come sing a tune in jailhouse. You remember upon the Baba Boom.
Yeah, man.
Flattering lips and allegations. Yeah. Jailhouse is not the place you'd wanna be. Yeah.
True.
You know, so and mid that one I think that made it even a roop and jam is called a tune they should have hit. Because it's a reality tune and a jam is missing it for it. Never really hit the way I wanted it to hit.
Yeah.
But it still is a hit because it lives in the heart of people. When we sing it,
Yeah.
the reaction from it is crazy, you know?
Yeah.
So after 2002, now we were in the midst of producing, doing what I really wanted to do, which was having my own band, producing an album,
Yes.
you know? And this was Signs album with Downtown, I Love When Rain a Fall, and Just Shine His Light Out for me, and Creatures of the Night and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some
So
big tunes as well.
So really and truly, you know, Signs was the last album I did for 13 years, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Signs was the last album I did for 13 years, brother. You know,
So
my battery is sure low.
yeah, I see that. So the next album, so your final, so this new album that you got now, that's the first one after that.
Yeah. Yeah. Between it was the tribute to Peter Tosh.
Okay.
And I compiled a 45 album called Get It In Your Mind, which I got singles from producers who produce tracks which I thought never really gotten the publicity.
Yeah.
And I did Get It In Your Mind, you know.
Get it in
But
your
really,
mind.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
right.
Yeah, man.
And
There's
then
some heavy tunes, some heavy tunes.
some crazy tracks
Yeah,
depend
man.
that too, man.
The world
Crazy,
was
crazy
created
tracks.
in
You see
a
what I tell me,
circle and
General?
mankind when we live it in square. Now they might force I and I in a
Yeah,
tree.
well, Conquering Lion now, because I break that 13 years monotony,
Yeah.
which after I really did that project, Signs, we started our second album after Signs. So Conquering Lion have tracks where my own band play upon, you know. But 13 years after it's been released, you know what I say. So Conquering Lion was produced by Burning Bushes Music House.
Yeah.
I mean it was most of the musical interlude or composition was created at Tough Gang. But most of the vocals is being produced in my studio and written in my studio that I'm sitting in right now, the Greenhouse studio.
Yeah.
And I are the first engineer. Me balance all of my music.
Yes.
I mix them and then I bring them back to Sydney Mills and Mercy Studio and he would just tweak them for me because my thing is LE. And because Tough Gang is this big HD, it would be sad to take away some of the sound from that big HD sound. So I just go back to Mercy Studio, which is the HD studio, forget about that.
Yeah.
That sound there. So if you notice how solid the album is, that big solid sound.
I testify, I can testify that this album is a great album. I listen, like I said, I listened to this album quite a few times. Every time I go on a run, because I've been going on my run, I've been listening to that album, you know? Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So if you really ask me what push me for being a corner like this is I mean, like I want to write a book because you have seen how my career has been. Just telling you how misfortunes have met me in my career. So it really pushed me because really and truly, you know, me look up to my manager, you know. And then we found a booking agent from Germany called Marcus, which was doing a tremendous job.
Yes.
So myself and my manager were, but I left her to do our business because I never want to pose her and I see her as a mother figure because she's a
Yeah.
big woman for me, you know what I'm saying?
You thought that she
So I
know
just
exactly
really
what
leave
she's
her
doing.
and because me I get the attraction that I needed.
Yes.
And all I wanted to do is to sing and to be out there with,
Yeah.
Marie, I was taking revenge for like not being there for my first product and having the chance to be there now representing
Yeah.
everything from start to scratch. I
Yeah.
would make the most of that. So me just leave management for do them job.
Yeah.
But after being pinched and lynched over and over so much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just pushed me to want to do my thing for myself. So here goes the Greenhouse Studio and the Burning Bushes Music House, and just wanted to move to my own stuff where me I say, really and truly, even if it a drip, the bucket must full.
For
It
sure.
might not come a lot, like rain. It might not rain when it pours, or it might not pours when it rains,
Yes.
but it's still gonna wet.
Yes, man. For sure.
Still is gonna get wet. So
As
me
it
just go and do my thing.
as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Good will always overcome
Mighty,
evil.
mighty. Yeah,
Good up,
man.
my
So me
friend.
just keep doing it. And trust me, Conquering Lion is a masterpiece. I mean, when I was in the middle of promoting Conquering Lion, I
Yeah.
remember having an interview with this virgin from America, and it was like, Bushman, I'm tired of seeing you with a good album and it's not getting enough promotion. So even Burning Bushes music is independent. I really need much more promotion. That is why I'm still a promote Conquering Lion,
Yes.
urging people to go to platforms and download. Zojack worldwide distribution is the distributor, but it's
Yeah.
on all digital platforms for
iTunes,
purchase.
Amazon, Spotify,
Right,
Google Play, Deezer, all
right.
these
It's
things.
a beautiful album, and I urge my fans and the supporters of reggae to go out and get it. It's a medication for all illness. It's
Yeah.
the Nyaman Bushman, the musical medicine man. Our music can be played anywhere, anytime, without you have to tell your youth to move from around your music. You know
True.
what I say?
True.
And this is why we still a push Conquering Land because it's mine, and
Yes.
I'm gonna push it like an ant cat. But
Yes.
most of my pieces haven't gotten the justice because they haven't gotten enough promotion. And one of the things that I'm grateful for now is that as I go along, more people are discovering my works and see how beautiful my work is.
It
And
is.
right now, with the passing of Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaacs, John Holt, Tootsie Bird, Culture, just to name a few,
Yeah.
my job, I have a job to do.
Yes.
Trust me. Yes,
Uphold the
man.
positive side of the music
Yes,
and
man.
still doing that.
Yes,
Yes,
my
man.
lord.
I
Yes,
think
my
that is
lord.
totally respected and appreciated by myself and a whole lot of other people, you know what I mean? Because
Yes, sir.
you're always staying true to your beliefs and sing the music that you believe in and not just what people is running down and the hype that is going around. So
Right.
I think there's a lot to be
See
added.
why? See, I know my responsibilities, because it's about self-awareness and self-consciousness. As long as you're aware of yourself, you're going to get conscious about yourself,
True.
and it creates a great self-esteem, self-value. May I say, which brings into play a thing called self-confidence, which with confidence you're undefeated, and without confidence you're twice defeated.
Naturally.
So I have a responsibility, and my objective, I know that I am a voice for the voiceless.
Yes,
So
Pastor.
yeah, and then I couldn't get personal and talk about the personal gains that would come from my attribution to the music, you know. And some man would want to get sexually, and then it's not lucrative. There is no substance in that.
No,
You know
no,
what I
no.
say?
But I think I must
And
say, I think when listening to your music, the strength that is in your music also a representation of the struggle that you obviously face, that myself and a lot of other people that listen to
stuff.
Bushman and know Bushman haven't heard about before, and I didn't know this, and I'm very grateful that I know this, and everybody that from the Reggae of Yourself podcast and from the radio and everywhere on the internet where this podcast is going to go, people will get a good insight into what happened. You know what I mean? This is some of the struggle.
Yeah, man, definitely.
I
But
think that's
I am
struggle
a
as well.
product.
Yeah, sorry,
Yes,
continue.
I. But I am a product
Mm-hmm.
of my people for my people,
True.
or of the people for the people.
Yes.
Because I mean, like 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 the responsibility is to address the situations
Mm-hmm.
that aren't being addressed, that affects us as people, matters not color, class, race, or creed,
Yeah,
because poverty is in every nation and every generation,
that's true.
and good and bad is in every nation and every generation.
That's true.
So at times, a guy would, I believe, behave like, ooh, Jamaican, see people are dead and we now go down there. Is this little island? So it might seems as if
Mm.
people are dead there some more than what? America, check for the last week how much people a guy just take up him gun and turn it on them. Bang, 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 bang. Innocent
Yeah.
people, shoot them down. That's the government that say, yo, listen what me I say. Me tired of this. This is a pandemic now. Too much people are dead. That nearby I say. So
Yeah.
what? What the difference? Just
I think
because we are one third world country.
I'm,
Jamaica have the most love. Jamaica have the most loving people. Me not gonna talk like Caribbean people is lovable.
yes, of
In
course.
general, I think when you're there somewhere where sunshine, you show more love. I mean, I've been in New York and I remember like doing a fleet of interviews. So I have to be waking up early in the morning to go to the radio stations to do these interviews, right?
Yes.
So in the lobby of my apartment where I stay,
Yeah.
you always have the dudes hanging out and smoking in the morning. So
Yes.
while I'm passing, a Rasta and it's love and everything,
True.
you would pass and say, yo, blessed love, my Lord,
Yes.
and got you. So for 3 mornings, I would be doing this and no one would be answering, and I would hear smirks and laughs.
Yes.
So the fourth morning when I pass and I say, yo, blessed love, your brethren would be like, yo, Dread,
Hmm.
in the fourth morning, you be telling us blessed love. Where you come from, Dread? I don't even know you telling us blessed love, man. Move on, man.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
like, yo, I'm like, yo. I'm from a place where we pass people and say good day, good afternoon. How is your day? We show love. I'm from a place where the sun shines. You're
True.
so mother, you're so cold as this country. You're cold hearted. You're cold within yourself. You
Yeah.
can't even know love when you see it, dude. Go get some love, man. So I went about my business.
Yes.
The fifth morning when I was passing,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say blessed love. But by I went to open the door, this dude was like, yo, Dread, what about the blessed love, dude? I went to that place last night. I was like, yeah, you did. He was
Yeah.
like, yeah, Dread,
Yeah.
go on in, sleep. Blessed love, Dread.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you're cool, man.
I think one
So
of
me I
the
tell you, say,
reasons,
our
yes,
art is so warm, man, and thing, man, and the music speaks for itself, yo.
it is. But I think one of the
Yes,
reasons
sir.
why people speak of Jamaica all the time is because of all the countries in the world, Jamaica is the smallest country in the world that has such a big impact on the entire world. So
Impeccable,
people is
man.
so
Impeccable.
people is always looking at Jamaica. You know what I mean? Like Jamaican food is no doubt
Mm,
probably the most famous food in the entire world. You
most time.
people like you saying Bolton, Bob Marley, and all of these people like
Good God,
yourself.
man.
So
But
much
look,
people that put
if you look
Jamaica,
on, if you look on Jamaica, right, it's like a ship turned upside down, right? The map of Jamaica, right?
yeah.
It's almost like a ship turned upside down. But Jamaica is like the eye of the world. I wonder if us as Jamaican know that. The things that we stand for.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anytime Jamaica fall
Mm-hmm.
from its grace of morals, the earth crumbles. believe it or not.
Yeah.
Anytime. And slowly,
Mm-hmm.
just looking at social media, the things that we post, the things that we're standing for now, because one of the things that we adapt easily. I've seen the popular, the festival song final becomes a popular song final. So that simply means to say we are moved from our roots and our culture and we start adapting. We are adapting so easily, but may I tell you this, anytime we lose that principle of morals that we stand for, the whole earth is going to crumble. I remember watching this WhatsApp thing with this African virgin. I said, what about the days of Peter Tosh and Jacob Miller?
Yeah, I see it. I know the one you're talking
And he
about.
said, I tell you, Jamaicans,
Yeah.
one Jamaican is responsible for 3 million Africans. He ain't lying.
Yeah.
He ain't lying. We are role models. We are the role models of our people,
True.
whether you believe it or not. So anytime we lose the principles of our moralities, earth are going to crash. And slowly that is what is happening.
Yeah, man. Because the world depends on Jamaica for a lot of things, you know, like the influence and
What I mean,
music worldwide, even if it's not reggae music, you got a massive reggae influence in the music and the dances, everything that is. So everything
brother,
out of Jamaica is having an impact on the entire world, you know what I mean? So I think,
globally,
yeah, man.
somebody is either them want to talk like Jamaicans, they might try dress like Jamaicans, they might try eat like Jamaicans. But me, I tell you, say, our culture is so influential. It plays a great role in a society.
Totally.
Right now.
Totally.
Me, I tell you.
There's no other word in the world our language or slang from anywhere in the world that use as much as Wagwan.
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 Yeah,
Even people who don't know what it means in England say Wagwan.
Wagwan. And yeah, man. Europeans love that.
Yeah, man.
From you ask a Jamaican a question and him agree, you know. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. For true.
You see that?
Yeah, man.
And you know when me get this? You know when me get this?
Yeah.
And this t-shirt is about maybe 12 years old.
Yeah.
Me get
overseas somewhere. England? We losing sound. I don't know if your sound is gone. I don't know if it's because of your battery.
Me never turn on the don't disturb. Me never turn on the don't disturb. So I can't come in. But yeah, man is a thing where Jamaicans, I one of the first word. Wagwan is like when you would have it's a yell to, you know.
Yeah,
like
man.
it I say. Wagwan.
Yeah, man.
Say good day. Wagwan. But yeah, man, I'll be the answer. Me good enough. You sure you're good? Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. But even now I'm saying, yeah, man, it's a natural thing. Even now,
more than 6 times, I say, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I even know, man. Even know.
So me, I tell you, say,
even
this
know.
is why. Because this is why I can't do away with this shirt. And right now, I don't remember who exactly gave me this shirt because it wasn't bought. I think it was given to me, but anybody will give me that shirt and see it now. It's supposed to say, yo, crazy Bushman still have this because I'm a collector of t-shirts.
True.
Yes.
Yeah, man, that's so, man, for true. You make me become very conscious and self-conscious now that I'm saying yeah, man, constantly now.
Yeah, man.
I know I've been doing it all interview, but now I've become more so conscious that I'm doing
it. Man, tell you, man.
Yeah, man.
But it's a thing. But it's a thing because our thing is a signature.
It is.
The way our man say, yeah, man, you can't know if him is a Jamaican or if him just a try to be a Jamaican. Him can't say, yeah, man, do we all right. This is the next thing.
Yeah.
No matter how you can play music, you can't play reggae until you start eat Jamaican and come at Jamaica. No matter how you can play music good, you can't catch our feels of reggae.
You have to have
right, permanent. And that you have to have the feel. And in order to have the feel, you have to eat the food
You have,
and live the culture.
you have to have some connection with the culture itself as well.
Some connection
for
with
it
the
to make
culture. You
sense. For
can't
it
just
to
get
make
up and
sense
play
to you.
reggae, so. I mean, you can't get up and play reggae. You are going to play it. But now I'm going to have that imminent effect. Like when who it played.
Yeah,
Like
man.
all the man that say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Clear.
Yeah, man.
You understand?
You have to be able to feel that,
say,
you know?
1, 2, 3. That no work.
No.
That no work.
For sure.
It is a soul. It is a soul. It is a thinker. It is a movement, you know.
Yeah, man.
Wherein, you know what I mean? Just think of a ship. All hands on deck.
Yeah, man, for sure.
To me, if you should ask me a question like with reggae music, the beauty is to know that, I mean, 10 or 9 person can come together and create a sound as one.
True.
As opposed to nowadays wherein one man would want to make everything. He want to make the bass line, he want to make the drum, he want to make the answer.
Yeah, man, them do it. And they might do that right now, too.
But it's harder to captivate the souls of people. Those music becomes disposable so quickly. The music, are just some 3-month music and some music that are disposable music. They don't have a soul, short lifespan.
Yeah, man, for sure.
You know?
For sure.
Because if you should ask me the situation where our dancer music is today, I mean, we know that they're adapting the South culture trap.
Yeah. I think I spoke to Beanie Man the other day and he referred to it as trap dancehall.
Trap dancehall, that them I call it. That's what one given time I was on Renford's show and him said trap dancehall. I never really understand what he was saying.
Yeah.
but I think I handled the question great.
Yes.
But if you check it, no one is emulating. No international artist now emulate the trap sound because that's what they're trying to leave from and get the root there. So if you notice, where them are really emulate the Sly and Robbie and the Steely and Cleave that.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that really are the heartbeat of the music. I not say it for stay that city. I mean, I'm grateful of the evolution of the music. I mean, it's supposed to evolve. I mean, every decade, the music evolves. Like, I remember 2002 was where the transformation of the music started, where the pump up or pum pum and the take down the jazz really give the button change to a Vibes Cartel.
Yeah.
And a Gauge and you know what I mean, Alkaline and
some of the things that these guys playing on the radio right now shouldn't even be happening in real life, never mind in a song.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So really and truly in Jamaica now we're in a situation where the government is blaming the music.
No, but
not saying that the music is not to be blamed, but I have been saying this, if one saw me in that passionate emotion at Rebel Salute, if they would listen to what I was saying, the regulation of the music is lucrative.
But that's a responsibility for the Prime Minister.
The Broadcasting Corporation of Jamaica.
The Prime Minister can actually, because I had this conversation up to yesterday and today as well, actually. The DJs and the radios got a lot to answer for, and the people who passed the laws, because these songs shouldn't be playing on radio. When does it become okay for people to dance and shooting people brain out? And that's what the mainstream radios are playing. They're not playing song that is preaching love and unity.
You get what me there. And then a guy would have said, Bushman, you know make no music. You start make music.
Yeah.
If you start make music, and as a carpenter, I saw me nail everything. To make sure I have my studio in my yard.
Yeah, for
a
sure.
Carpenter without a hammer is no carpenter. Therefore, an artist without a studio, what is he?
That's
so
true.
if you start make music. But these guys now pay the conscious side of music no
No,
attention. There's no balance in the music. And then the kind of music that's being played on the radio station, I wonder when these guys see these things come up on their front step is when they will realize that what they are doing
the DJs they were in.
is degenerating our generation. Because watch this now. The public transportation, my battery is low, I need to get some charge.
Yeah,
The public transportation can play the music at any given time, anywhere, impose it on Christians and so-called people who take their transportations.
yes.
The corner stores can play the music any given time, any given way, anyhow. And the list goes on. And then now on the radio station, you just hear display. So, you tell you, because one thing about movies, you can't see the rated or PG-13 before the movie start. But with radio station, you don't get no warning.
Don't get that.
Give me a moment, man. Let me go and grab my charger, because this reasoning is so interesting.
Yeah, man, blessings. Yes, people, as you can see, this is thing that we've been talking about. What's going on with the music business right now. In the music business right now, the DJs and the radio station got a lot to answer for, because I'm convinced that if a lot of artists was told that their song wouldn't play on the radio, they would just sing less explicit song and stop playing as much of the song that is endorsing killing people. I don't understand how it become okay or the norm or acceptable for people to sing so much song about shooting people's heart out, their brains out. I don't know. Like it's crazy. I don't know. It's like literally it's worse than movies, because some of the things that these guys are talking about in the songs these days is these things don't even happen in movies. It is so brutal. It's like there's no love for humanity. But I also feel like a lot of artists are singing these things because they know that when they do it, the DJ is going to give them the attention that they need. Because like artists that is preaching love and unity, they get the least amount of support and the least amount of love from the DJs and from the mainstream radios. Right now, most DJs,
Well,
most artists is getting more support.
I have been listening to you, even though I'm not in the screen at that moment. But you have made a point, because I mean, like, I've been to New York.
Yes.
Playing Ludi in the park. Because when I go to New York and I'm in Brooklyn, Prospect Park is so beautiful and so comforting.
Yeah.
I always go over there and play Ludi with my brethren over there. And at times, out here, man just play them personal little phone with a little boombox, and me hear all conscience. Some vibes cartel women never hear in a Jamaica yet, and they're so conscious.
Yeah.
They might comment socially on the situations where we face as people. And we never hear them play upon a radio airwaves. So when them youth do them tune and really say, nobody now the radio airwave now gravitate to my good tune when me singing.
Yeah.
It forced them to do negative songs, because of that them see people are gravitate to, and them are entertainer, them want to get people attention. That is what entertainers does. Me not an entertainer, Me not forget your attention, I am an edutainer. The true seekers I will truly get their attention.
True.
The people who seek for the truth, the people who are really connected I will get their attention. Some people will just come to eat, sleep, and shit up earth. Me no need them attention.
But true, I mean, a lot of artists that came out singing about shooting and things like that, they're not from the ghetto. They're not from any violent background or any violent home.
Some of them come from the ghetto. Some of them come from the ghetto.
Yes, a lot of them do, real, but there are a few that are not.
Learn. The Tamilese and them youth, the ghetto youth, the Reggae Kings and them youth, but none of them has never been in an altercation like the altercation that Reggae King has been in since the other day. You see how things has faded and him stop push that energy there for rude boy energy. Because reality strikes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand. So the tongue is a double-edged sword, and the word of power. You know what I mean? Because in the beginning was the word, and the word have to take on to flesh and manifest. So a man can't say the music don't contribute to violence because it's quite influential. I said this all the while. You would say A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The child don't learn it. As soon as you sing it to that child catches on.
That's true. And also as well, they use it to have a go at each other as well. And back in the days when Bunty and Beanie and other people used to sing against each other, there wasn't any violence in there where people was getting physical with each other and stuff like that. It was more lyrics for lyrics, where now it's man is getting more personal.
It was more entertainment, but it's like the man them a live it. In those days, it was more like entertainment. Because remember, you know, man used to say crazy things. Crazy things were not really real. Like I remember Ninja Man used to have lyrics where I say, the gunshot run the man down round the corner.
Yeah.
Sweater run off of the gunshot shoulder. And all of them things there. And the whole energies, which you'd have more just see it as gimmicks.
Yeah.
At one given time, or gun sessions of lyrics would be more like gimmicks.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Comedy
but
elements.
Now,
there are the comedy elements to it.
But now it come like a man when I sing when they do last night.
That's what I'm saying. They're like it's like in a movie right now where people is actually doing
right now.
People doing things and sing about it, or people singing about things and go do it, you know? So it's
all right now. So another music alone contribute now, my brother. True. I could touch that point there. The music does play a role.
Yes.
But dig this. I have seen some things that are happening in Jamaica right now that's only upon criminal mind. Long hard, let me see them thing there. Yeah. Like this girl Canis will get abducted by this mechanic virgin, whether them did in a relationship or not. Maybe it's a relationship gone sour, because what I've seen from the other day is that some domestic crime.
Yeah.
Different from some other crimes. But yes. I think this pandemic is really getting the people in a antisocial mood, and there are some kind of, we are facing a kind of psychiatric
mental strain.
Yes, it's a pandemic, it's a psychiatric pandemic going on, and the government not identified it yet.
True.
And then within the pandemic, I have seen maybe 2 or 3 arrivals of deportees. Them people that will come down with a vengeance in them hearts, say, boy, them get deported and them will come turn Jamaica upside down. It's not normal.
True.
You see, I think post on IG where this girl, this virgin sent a voice note where 2 youth right down on this girl with a big pretty vehicle and beg her money. She only could have give them a grand. Them ask her if she not have nobody for dash way. If she not have nobody for kill, if nobody in her family now give her trouble where she want to get rid of. And them thing there. So you see to the level of what they think they my lad.
Them thing there. Madness that is quite sad. They got no value for life. That's the problem. There's no
Jamaica
value for
like
life.
A big prison right now, because a lot of people who get deported don't have the opportunity to get back out of this shit here.
No.
So it's like a big prison. So and then the workload not there, and there's no farm and nothing where I create, no jobs creation now. And then under this lockdown with this government, you know, and the economy, remember, you know, we don't see these things, these ripple effects don't happen instantaneously. You know. These are things that happen gradually.
True.
Under them lockdown and them things, and you have some people where them earnings come from off a daily basis. Where what me make today, I want me to use in my house, and tomorrow I have to go look more.
Yeah. So people. And poverty always come with a whole lot of you know,
whole heap of something come with whole heap of
violence and crime, you know what I mean? Wherever there is
whole heap of backlashes,
violence, because people who wouldn't be selfish and only concerned about them families now got no choice but to actually do whatever by all means to defend.
By all means,
and that's a problem, you know what I mean? So people are backed in, good man who probably never thief in his life feel like he's backed in a corner now because he lost his job, everything is in lockdown, and there's no money to feed his kids and things like that. Man is taking risks that they normally wouldn't take. I wouldn't even consider before.
Dig this, what me know.
We lost the sound, sound for a minute again. Yeah, so connection, people, connection, but it's all good. Yeah, I think we lost your sound for a minute there. The sound
Yeah,
is
a call just came in.
okay.
Came in.
Okay.
Yeah, me sure and turn on the down this but dig this. I'm tell you this.
Yes.
It's when the crumbs that fall from the table is all eaten up by the ants.
Yes.
The ants will climb the table and go for the loaf. You know?
That's true. I look for more crumbs. Whatever is available.
Then when all is eaten up, the ants will go look for the source where that crumb came from.
That's true. That's true.
So dig this, saying this to say that these guys that live up on these hills in Jamaica feel like they are untouchable and unstoppable. But as soon as these little ants food is run out, then they are going to prey on the source that these little crumbs come from.
Yeah. Well, that's why people.
But me know some guys are set up themselves for migrating.
Yeah.
Me know that. But these guys plan to kill out a mass amount of people within a period of time.
Yeah. It is.
It
is most unfortunate where the world is right now and where people are now, because you know, I mean, a lot of people still throwing away food while many can't find food to eat, and then when people got kids to feed by any means necessary, that's the word that you know people using, by any means necessary. So
well, this is why Fauci and the rest of the Rothschilds and them and this guy our name Bill Gates a plan say. Cause I remember saying a population control. You know?
Yeah.
The government say. And with Monsanto and them seed bank, right now, Monsanto is doing a great job eliminating the original seeds and bringing in their manipulated seeds.
Genetically modified.
They're GMOs. So after a while, if these guys do not distribute, then you would have nothing to grow.
Yeah.
And there and then, them guys can kill you just by distributing seeds.
Of course, because of chemicals, and they're planting seed now. They're taking out one of the things that is very well documented is about people planting stuff like orange and stuff that come in without seeds, which mean that when you plant certain things, it's supposed to come with seeds so you can plant and replant again. You get rid of all the ones with seed, and then if you don't go buy those seeds for those ones, then you can't plant it. You know what I mean? They plant selling corns that don't grow properly and all kind of crazy things. You know what I mean?
One cycle. It's on their bag. One cycle. So they might tell us only one time this beer.
Yeah, that's madness. That's madness.
So we want at the end of the day, you know, we want people to know say it's not just about music here. You know, the one we talk about music, but we're here for the people. So all of these topics that we're reasoning on are being sung in my songs.
And it's very important for people to actually listen to what's going on, you know.
Properly. Because it's a trick where you take away the normal lifestyle from the people and have them hungry and yearning for that lifestyle. And then you would bring one thing called vaccine now, which this vaccine where you bring come, it's not critical to the disease that so-called disease that is flirting around or lurking around. It doesn't cure it. And it doesn't make you immune. It doesn't build your immune system so you're immune to it, so it doesn't harm you. So why is this
The antibodies
Why
that
is
is
this
created,
vaccine being
the vaccine, for as I'm aware, is the vaccine is created to create those, it's these antibodies that will actually help lessen the amount of damage that it can cause to your body. It doesn't stop you getting the virus or passing on the virus.
NASA?
It just slow down the amount of damage
NASA.
that it can cause to you.
The vaccine is a test. Is a test
And test what how
to
do you,
move. Is a test to move to the next level of cyber technology.
okay.
Here,
I'm listening.
because as cyborgs.
Yeah.
Watch Demolition Man again, because Demolition Man speaks of year 2030.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch back Demolition Man, if you notice the taxis don't have any drivers, they're
Yeah,
driving by themselves.
yeah,
You
yeah,
understand?
yeah.
You remember?
Yeah, man.
And just like how you see how the gun thing I get from one level now and Joe Biden want pass laws,
Mm-hmm.
after a while, guns are going eliminated. Because in 2030, as you have seen in Demolition Man 2030, there's no gun. Them a walk with some buttons like the electric guns. Them what them a use? What them call them? What kind of lies are them call them again?
I think I know you're talking about is the stun gun kind of thing.
Stun gun thing where with
Yeah,
electric in it.
yeah.
Well, the buttons them have now where them juke you with it and squeeze it and it stun you. See them.
And it's stun,
You
yeah,
see me? Them all eliminate gun, man.
you drop on the ground.
That is right. That is exactly where we're
Yeah,
heading. So what you know,
yeah.
AI, artificial intelligence now.
Mm,
With this girl that we name Siri, you know. And the
yeah.
next one where they are Amazon we name. What's she name?
Alexa,
Yeah. And
Alexa,
them a collect all of your lifestyle, them a collect, you
all
know.
of your data.
And
But
I
now
sent
the thing is now that you if you're on social media full stop now, everything about you that they need to know, people can get access to. Anything at all. The minute that you got any profile on social media, anything at all about you that people need to know, they can find it. The only reason why a lot of the hackers don't hack into it is because they're not interested in you. You know what I mean? There's people that can hack into anything the minute they get your email address. There's certain information you need to create to create even just an email address. You know what I mean? If you're on a Facebook page, people can find out anything at all you want about you if they internet or computer savvy, if you like. So basically, the only person that is safe from being hacked and people stealing all of their data is somebody who got no internet footprint. But anything at all, if you have a footprint on the internet at all that you put up a profile of yourself, then people got access to that. Because even face recognition on YouTube, I can go on YouTube and I type in not YouTube, Google, and I can type in Bushman and click on Google image, and every picture of you that's on the internet, whatever website it come from, will appears in there because of your face
yeah.
recognition.
Yeah, and for instance, if you have a car, because I have a car that
Yeah.
I just got about a year and change ago, and all of a sudden this year they're advertising the new one in all of my medias.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, exactly. That's the other thing that
Automatically,
everybody.
if you have a phone, you see everything start for that phone. They start advertise.
Well,
This girl said that she was coming from Florida
mhm,
to to Virginia, and when she got into the airport,
yes.
her phone is telling her that her auntie is 15 minutes away, and if she wants her aunt to come pick her up.
You see, because she was talking to her auntie, and they all of that been recorded. It
And
is
she's living in Virginia,
it is
15
quite
minutes away
dangerous. I mean,
from the airport.
I had a frightening experience myself here in the UK. A few months ago, I went to a store, hardware store called B&Q, and I walk out to the car. After I get out to the walk back to my car, just as I was about to drive off, I get a text message, and when I look at it, no, sorry, an email. And when I look on the email, it said, thanks for shopping at B&Q. Please, we would be so grateful if you could fill out the survey. You know? And I was
Yeah.
like, how do you know that I was in B&Q, that you was, and how you get my email address to email me that I was
So
in B&Q and offer me a survey to say how my
all
service,
right.
you know?
All right. So this is the next show. What may I tell you about now?
Yeah,
Fast and Furious 7.
yeah,
You remember that software that everyone wanted called God's Eye?
yeah. I can't
Well,
remember that. I can't remember that episode, but I've watched quite a few of them. It's Vin Diesel and
well,
people.
well, seven was the
Yeah.
one.
Mhm.
Fast and Furious 7 was
Yeah.
the one with that software called God's Eye. Well,
Yeah.
when you get that
Hmm.
and upload that to your computer, you have access to everything called network in the world.
Wow.
You can take away a drone from America and
Hmm.
fly it go kill some people. You can turn on anybody's camera anywhere on their house, in their on their phone, anywhere. Anybody you're searching for, you can find them.
But that's
That's
what I
what
said
God's
to you.
Eye does.
Anything at all that is on the internet, there's somebody who know how to operate it. Because I try to
Right?
tell people all the time, people is worried about the internet, but it's not the internet you should be afraid of, it's man, because man create the internet and decide what it does.
Yes.
You
Right.
know what I mean?
Correct.
So as a mankind, you know, mankind most of the time is fighting for power and want to be the best at everything. So people
A
will spend
cyber warfare.
exactly.
It's a
That's it.
it's a cyber warfare right now.
That's
It's
it.
a
That's it.
it's a war. It's a biological and a cybernetic warfare we are
True.
fighting now.
That's true.
You see me?
That's
Cause a lot of them people that always sip on the mainstream news, I wrote about them.
You think that some of them are not real?
They are enough of them are robots.
When you say they're a robot, you mean like literally like robot, like in a film, or you think because of what
Yeah,
they've
man,
been
them are
doing?
they're replaced. They're replaced by robots.
Mm, that's interesting. This is
Yeah,
the first
man.
time I heard this one.
Then AI, man, artificial intelligence, man. Yo, me have one site in a man with the man them Senegal up on the first cyber the night. Them never tell you a cyber you could have never known a general.
Mm. Yes, I'm gonna have to take a look into this to see if I can see.
Yes, man. Find it, man. Find it, man. I'll send you back a link to
Yeah,
this
man, send,
white lady
send me a link. Let me check
where
it
my
out.
virgin send come give me, man. One white lady, man, where I tell her about racism and the whole ism, man. And
Yeah.
she kill her dead a black people, them man kill out. Cause
Mm.
you notice that you notice the four world leader them from Africa where they out against the vaccine, so the four of them dead general.
Oh, see, I didn't even realize that. I
The
didn't
whole,
realize.
the whole four of them dead,
I didn't realize that. But this world is naturally run by by conspiracy, and people who don't believe in certain things or buy into certain things will get removed very quickly, very
Yeah,
often.
because the elite will get you out. Look on
Yeah.
Gaddafi. Gaddafi want to make one African Union. And when them done fabricate lie about Gaddafi, the world not really like him. And if them should have killed him, the world don't give a F.
Exactly. So that's
Because the lies that are being fabricated. And then when you would have learned about Gaddafi country, now Zion them people live. Because if you're living in a country where when you're ready to buy a car, the government help you buy it. And you don't pay a light bill. If you plan for farm, the government irrigate your land and give you 5,000 US. If
mm,
your woman pregnant, the government give you 5,000 US. Every barrel of oil will sell, you get a percentage out of it in your account.
that's a great leader. That.
What you mean? And the man irrigate a desert
Mm,
and turn it in a life farm where people can. Hey brother, listen up, and the people them chew them out to the wolves, and right now they must suffer in Libya
yeah, man. Right now, I know.
because that's America's strategy to destabilize the most powerful African countries.
Yeah. It is.
To you, my
It,
lad.
it,
You think Rockefeller and Rothschilds and them a play?
greed and power is the biggest problem that we face as human beings in this world, you know.
Then that a go on now, cause the man must say mankind I get too enough and them see black people as people who just eat, sleep, drink and shit up earth after we you know carry on and come build the West. So no want eliminate black
Mm.
people now can no find ways to make cyborgs, robots to do the work them what black people used to do. So they no need we no more.
Mm. Babylon system is a vampire, you know.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think me ambush in the nights, you know, man. Attacked by society, you know. Ambush in the nights, our guns aiming at me. Right now we have a tune where me have a tune I do with a youth from Canada named Blessed Be.
yeah,
Him do the tune already and it get couple of awards in
yeah.
a Canada, but he linked me and wanted us to do it in a combination, which they wanted to release it for 420, but because me have this video where I want premiere on 420, a marijuana video,
Yeah.
me ask them for push back the date, but basically the
Mm.
tune I said, black man, every nation I kill the black man. And they see nothing wrong cause every day and the same black man I kill another black man. You dig?
True,
That
true,
is what
true.
the song I said. Black man, every nation I kill a black man. And they
Yeah.
see nothing wrong cause every day the same black man I kill another black man.
Yeah, man. I think that's one of the biggest problem right now, you know.
Yeah, because easily them turn us among ourselves. So them not have to kill we no more. You know, here the master of the Ku Klux Klan say, punk, all we do is just come left one van load of gun in our neighbor pumps.
I want
Our
to
next van load of coke. I want to do a job for we. We not have to putting up on news no more.
true,
We
man.
not have to putting up on a news no more. No. We just giving you some coke and some guns. I want to do the job for we. So our job gets so easy. We don't have to literally lynch, you know. So black people have to wake up from them sleep and them slumber in them general.
True,
See me,
man.
'cause right now, even in England, if you call a Caribbean person, a African, him gonna get offended.
I know. You know, funny enough, I had this
So aren't you an
conversation.
African man? Don't care where you come from in a man, no matter where you come
Yeah.
from in a man, as long as you're a black man, you know where you come from. Because you couldn't keep a goat couldn't born in a pig pen and you call that goat pig. A goat where you call that
Yeah.
goat pig.
Well, this is I have this conversation with people many times, and this happened because of a thing they call divide and rule.
Right.
What
Willie Lynch syndrome.
so in order to divide people and get black people to disassociate themselves with Africa, whenever they show anything about Africa on the TV, it's always something bad. So
The
then they're
worst.
showing the people is suffering, people eating out the
Mm-hmm.
garbage, people,
Mm-hmm.
flies, sore, all kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
They never show
So
anything good in Africa to make a black person outside of Africa to think I would like to go there. So that's what
yes, so
divide
you're
and rule is
discern.
do. So they
You
they
start
show,
discern.
yeah. So straight away people start to disassociate themselves from Africa.
Yes.
All of the black people that disassociate themselves from Africa, if whenever they watch TV and the news, they did see people living some high life in Africa, people on the beach, people living some big houses, people driving some big car, nice roads, all of these things. Every black person who disassociate themselves with Africa would be calling themselves an African and want to go home.
Yeah, but dig this. When I go to Africa, yeah,
Yeah,
it is a more like the white world emulate us.
yeah.
Cause dig this.
Mm-hmm.
Every African man, you know, when we got them home, them have a gate, man, we open them gate.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 to 3 helpers in a them house.
Yeah.
Now I tell you this, I went to Ivory Coast and the promoter that promoted the thing, his sister
Mm-hmm.
had 2 helpers and a gate man.
Yeah.
I went to Kenya, the same thing applies. You see what I say?
Yeah.
I slept on a king size bed in Kenya. I had to roll 5 to 7 times to reach the next end of that king size bed.
Yes. Unfortunately though, it's not the majority, as you know, that able to live like that. There's like a massive population of suffering.
Yeah, but
The divide is
yes, my
gap.
general. But you're not gonna expect so the majority are gonna leave some man.
No,
You know,
no, no, no.
you still because remember say Africa not develop, remember Africa not finished develop our modernized. You still have people that in Africa that has never been introduced to a cassette.
Mm.
You still have people in Africa that have never seen a CD player before. Listen, you
Yeah.
have people in a Kenya itself, Kenya, which
Mm-hmm.
is one state of Africa. You have people in Kenya that comes to Nairobi, and it takes them 5 days to come to Nairobi. And when they come to Nairobi and sell them 2 or 3 goat,
Mm-hmm.
them have something in Nairobi that they can't go back home without because
Yeah.
it will take them the next 5 years before they come back to Nairobi, Kenya.
Mm.
You hear what I say?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So man aware of the whole of that, my general.
Yeah.
But what you call poverty? Because poverty is waking up without the ability to find something to eat.
That's true,
And
yeah.
me never see that in a no African diaspora because me I drive in a Kenya and every 5 to 10 miles me I see roast corn
Yeah.
on the roadside for buy, for stop and buy.
Mm-hmm.
Me I see roast yam. Me see goat, me see cow, me see fowl, me see what you call poverty, my general. What
No,
is
yeah,
poverty?
that's true. I hear you. I'm my point is just that I think the divide between the have and the have not is the gap is very wide, from
The gap is wide.
mm,
Yeah, me can relate to Brazil, with that gap there between rich and poor. But
mm-hmm,
trust me not see the Africa. Cause watch this. I go to Lagos, and one time I go to Lagos, every year when me pass, I
mm-hmm,
have one big gate.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if Lagos is a rich state, but every 2 hours light goes off and your generator chips in. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
mm-hmm,
Seeing? So, see me. And I go so boom, I make a chat in a South Africa. That's some say the biggest because I mean the biggest community for poor people. Then Kenya, I forgot what them call it.
mm-hmm,
My wife bring me to the acknowledgement, which
yeah.
you have a house and the next person will come build side of you. He or she only needs 3 sides because the other side is gonna be your corner of the house. You understand?
Okay, seen. So you can just
Understand?
go and take on your side of the house and just
Correct.
build up on it. A film side of the house
Build
that
up 3 more sides on it. All right.
seen.
So and then now in a South Africa now you have this neighbor pump so you call what them call it? Friend, what them call it, man?
I don't
But
know.
is a garrison. It have a name.
Soweto? Is it in the
No.
Sowetos? That's what they call in South Africa. I know they talk about it.
Soweto is a place,
Mm,
right?
mm,
It is a community me I tell you about where
yeah.
create like how me I tell you say that. And then you just have public bathrooms. Majority of the people don't really have their personal bathroom.
Yeah.
And while I was in South Africa, 2 of my backing vocals live in that community, and they tell me that the love that's in those community
Mm-hmm.
can't be purchased. Like
Yeah.
for instance, I would fill my thermos with tea and go next door to have tea with my neighbor.
That's amazing, man. It's very good
So man I
culture.
say,
It's very good culture.
so man I say. So
People
me
love
don't know
love the
where
opportunity.
you da call poverty. Poverty is what you make it. I mean, Zion is what you make it. Hell is what you make it. The
True.
midst of the world, you can be in the world and not of this world. You know what I mean? I tell you. So you know who is the highest? The highest is the man where when light goes, it doesn't affect him.
Mm-hmm.
When water goes, it doesn't affect him. You know what I'm saying? And if there's no internet, it doesn't affect him. That's the most powerful person in the earth right now.
That's true. Yeah, man. For true. For true.
Yes. most definitely.
No worries like that, you know. But
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man. Bushman, I want to wrap up and say a very, very big thank you for like, the whole journey of your music, the good, the high points, for also educating me in quite a few areas as well of things that I personally haven't thought about either. So the reasoning has been absolutely incredible. And I want to pay homage to you again for like staying true to your beliefs and your music over the years and never selling out just to join what's going on, but staying real. And
Definitely.
what I mean, spreading the love same way,
Well, I would like to say it's been a pleasure, and being on your podcast, I think, is one of the greater things for me to be exposed to your fan base and have people being aware of my inner experience, my personal experience within the music. And I do give thanks.
Thank you.
Saying this to say that I urge people to go out and support. My IG page is at original_Bushman, and my Twitter page is Nyaman Bushman. My Facebook page is Dwight Bushman Duncan, and my YouTube page is Bushman with a space bar. Sorry, Nyaman with a space bar, Bushman.
Yeah.
Currently, we have this thing that we have a thing called Where I'm From. We have been spreading the trailer for a while. We're dropping the first episode after 420 because we don't want 420 to take away the focus of Where I'm From.
Yeah.
Which speaks of my personal lifestyle, how I live, what keeps me grounded and keeps me being the person that I am, where I'm from. And it's on YouTube, and the first episode is slated after 420. The date is not officially there as yet.
Yes.
And we just ask people to just go out there and support the new single, I Believe, and the new Herb Singles Team, and also the album Conquering Lion.
Yeah, man. Blessings. That's a
Most
big album, big album. Bushman,
Rastafari.
just continue to keep up the great work, brother, and stay true to yourself and never give in to the system. I know you won't anyway, but keep up the good work, and I wish you a lot of success on your journey and everything that you do, man. Love to you and the family scene.
Blessings.
Blessings, Bushman.
Mighty.
Blessings.